Participants in clinical trials. Human subjects. Clinical trials are not possible without human participation. To fully evaluate the efficacy of a drug, it must be tested in patients who have the disease or condition of interest. It is clear, then, that any new drug that helps others owes its existence to the willingness of human subjects to take part in research studies. Human subjects, therefore, must be protected and respected throughout the clinical trials process. In addition to human subjects, 3 groups play an integral role in clinical trials. Sponsors of the trial, clinical investigators, institutional review boards, also referred to as independent ethics committees. Although everyone involved in a clinical trial must comply with GCP, the ICH GCP guidelines emphasize the role of these specific groups in protecting the rights, welfare, and safety of trial subjects, and ensuring that high-quality data is obtained from a clinical trial. The sponsor is usually a pharmaceutical or biotechnology company, although it can also be a government-funded body, private healthcare organization, or an individual. An investigator is an individual who is qualified through training and experience to conduct a clinical trial. Examples are physicians, pharmacists, and nurses. An institutional review board or independent ethics committee examines the ethical issues associated with a proposed clinical study. Its purpose is to ensure that the rights, safety, and well-being of trial participants are protected. Special attention must be given to trials that may include vulnerable subjects. Vulnerable subjects include children, pregnant women, the elderly, prisoners, and the mentally and physically disabled. In the following screens, we will look at how the welfare of human trial subjects is safeguarded. To do this, we will need to understand the roles and responsibilities of sponsors, IRBs and IECs, and investigators in more detail. Investigator, the role of the investigator. Once the IRB or IEC gives its written approval, the trial can proceed. Prior to the initiation of a clinical trial, the investigator must obtain written and dated approval from an IRB for the trial protocol and any amendments, the informed consent form, and the subject recruitment procedures. The investigator's brochure should also be listed. During the trial, the investigator should provide the IRB with all required documents subject to review. The practicalities of actually running a clinical trial at a site are the responsibility of an investigator. As the leader of the site team, this individual may be a sole investigator or principal investigator. There may also be one or more sub-investigators who perform critical trial-related procedures. The investigator's role is critical since it requires interactions with all other parties involved in a clinical trial. It is also the investigator who has direct contact with the trial subjects. The investigator's primary responsibility is to protect the rights, safety, and welfare of the trial subjects. Can you think of any other tasks which might be the responsibility of the investigator?